Hello everyone and welcome back for yet another War Thunder video in my G55S. Boy, I really do like this plane. So this was literally the very next battle after the battle from the video for yesterday. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's the battle where I finished the research for my M60A2 to unlock the M60A2. And so I had to get enough money to buy the M60A2, so the very next thing I did was take the one Silver Lion booster I had, which was a 75% booster, and take it up with one of my premium aircraft, which I still have Italian aircraft to unlock, so I used my G55S Centauro rather than my DO335D2. Which I've also been flying a lot lately because it's premium and I'm trying to build up Lions. I'm just chronically low on Lions right now from all the vehicles I'm unlocking. But I do really enjoy flying the G55S. It's not been treating me poorly whatsoever, and that it stretches of course to this battle, naturally. I kind of thought somebody from the other team would respond at all to the chat. If nothing else, then just say, shut up, nobody cares. But they didn't say anything. So, I don't know. It was interesting. I mean, my own team was talking to me, which was cool, but I just thought it was funny that nobody on the other team. Anyway, as I'm climbing up here, to get up to altitude to intercept whatever bombers and or fighters might be on their way up to bomb our zones or come in and attack us. We do have a BV-238 at least on the team, so watching out for any Spitfires or P-47s or P-51s that are also climbing up to altitude. And I laughed because at the end of this, I was all happy about the last battle and has still so many videos to do, which by now you've seen every day for the last 2.5-3 weeks or so. So I've got so much backlog. But like I said there, I had to work on Silver Lions, which is what I was doing in my G55 instead of in a tank. Still got to get me money. Still got to get me that money. And my friend list is full, so nothing personal. So, we roll around at altitude once the engine got a little hot, had to cool it off, and we finally got just about stall speed, and line up on a B-25. So that's as good of a target as any. Now I noticed some tracer fire on the ground over here, and if you zoom in, you can see friendly artillery and anti-aircraft and pillbox emplacements right down there, just kind of coming into focus right now in the middle of the screen. I definitely saw somebody down there with tracers, and I'm keeping my eyes out there for either more tracer fire or actually a little dot to appear. And in a moment, somewhere, you can see a dot down there. There he is, right by the leftmost pillbox marker. So, I've got that in mind. I started heading down towards him, and then realized that there's not only a B-25 here, but a PBJ down below the B-25, so two pretty good targets. And as that other dot that I saw was off by himself, I was kind of being a little selfish, and I knew that I could keep him in my back pocket of another target to go to after I could either take out this B-25 or dive on the PBJ.
Take him down!
If Boeing 767-200 or there in his 109 is able to take out the B-25. And then he turned away and came back, so I guess, alright, the B-25 was up for me. I don't know if he was damaged or if he just ran out of ammo or what, but he bailed off on the B-25, and I think he went after the PBJ, so that left the B-25 for me. I've got a nice belly attack profile where he's got no kind of gunners that can get to me anytime quick. And I didn't quite lead him as well as I should have initially, but I do start landing hits on him before too long. I was still kind of thinking of the aiming profile for a larger heavy bomber. I actually jammed up the nose gun there, but for once it was the nose gun, not one of the wing guns, so it kind of wasn't the worst gun to jam if you're going to jam one of the three. despite all the hits I get here and taking out his tail control and everything, and just didn't get any good explosions or fires on him. But that left 125 rounds jammed up in the nose gun, so conveniently we're basically overhead our airfield, so dropping down into our airfield to land, rearm, refuel, take off again. Totally fine with getting an assist here from the 109 from St. Dane there if he can take out that B-25, because I really just want the B-25 gone.
Attacking.
And like I said in the video from yesterday, as long as I get a kill, a booster, I don't consider it to be a wasted booster. And then I ended up getting the kill for him because I guess I had probably done enough critical damage to him that it didn't matter who outshot him there. So I got the kill credit. I'm not sure if St. Dane actually did do any fatal damage to him, or, you know, like blow off his wing and then it gave me the credit or whatever. But I got the kill. So, did need to burn off a bit of speed here, as we were coming in a bit hot with not a whole lot of room left to land on the runway. But this is one of the longer runways in the game, particularly for a lower tier type aircraft, so I was alright. I did drop the flaps in the gear at a bit too high of speed, I think, but thankfully the aircraft slowed down rather quickly and I didn't lose either the flaps or one of my landing gear, which just about guaranteed would have been fatal there. And as I start bringing the tail wheel down, I actually had enough airspeed to get airborne again for a moment with the landing flaps down, which I thought was kind of funny. And as the plane finally drifts down to a stop, now ordinarily I would cut out the video here and resume when I get airborne again and more action is about to happen, but there's me spotting out an enemy here on the minimap, and then when I take off, we actually get back to the battle pretty quickly, so not too bad. And there's that P-47 there in the lower right-hand part of the screen is actually the guy that I spotted that I had seen down low strafing at all those pillboxes. And also I left the chat for Medic Buddy there because the hit that he took from 3,500 meters from the AAA sort of plays into the battle and the highly entertaining chat that comes up for the next 5 or 6 minutes or so. So, if nothing else, while I'm climbing up again to get back into the battle, you can watch the chat going on from our team, which was kind of entertaining. There's the P-47 dealt with. I was initially going in low to chase in and get after him to make sure he could get taken out. And then once he was taken out, I decided to climb again. And yeah, Medic Buddy there started everything with the "This is Olive Garden 1, critical damage of wing." And now, just let me specify ahead of time that I know Italians don't really talk like this, but it's funny. So just, you know, get over it if you don't like it.
Attack the enemy!
And there's a P-47 randomly low near our airfield. So I had enough altitude and enough airspeed that I could dive, get real fast, and get as low as possible to come in below and beneath him. And hopefully his pilot awareness would not show him I was there until it was too late. He's heading in to try and bomb out our last bomb zone that's left over here. And I get real fast. I was actually mildly concerned about the trees just there, but humming along pretty well at low altitude here and catching up to him in a big hurry. And just as he realizes I'm coming in behind him, or maybe he never did realize I was coming in behind him and he was just getting lined up to bomb on the zone there. Either way,
Attack the enemy! Bravo!
there's the second kill of the battle, and I'm really happy about the Silverline booster now. So back into a climb. There's a P-51 35 kilometers out ahead, so it's going to take a minute to get back up to altitude, so
Leading for landing.
Took me a minute to figure out which number part of the call sign I wanted to use. Get it? I'm looking for Amore. Anyway, horrible puns aside. Continuing the climb, looking for any possible spotted enemies. Thinking about whether or not I want to use a order here or not, and kind of keeping an eye on Medic Buddy, trying to figure out exactly what he's doing. And, yep, he's got a chance of meatballs, alright, because he's about to end up in the river. He's definitely not going to make it all the way back home. Not from over there. Pretty big wing damage, and that's going to do it. And there he goes. Poor Medic Buddy. He's all gone. But he did lead to some interesting chat. So there's 2 players left. They're landing at their airfield. I wasn't sure specifically if they meant the short airfield, the forward one, or the main airfield. It turns out it's the main one. So there are only 2 left. They're both at their runway. And I'm trying to decide what I want to do here, because we've got multiple aircraft near their runway, and I don't want them to just sit on their airfield and not take off again and just draw the battle out forever, but I also don't want to sit overhead their airfield and get killed. So like I said to the team, don't go into the base trap of the AAA there, because that's not how we want this battle to end either. And while I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do here, somebody turns on the Medic Buddy, turns on a an order to show where they are, even though we both knew where they were, which was kind of funny. But hey, I guess free lines for everybody. So I'm trying to get up high enough that I can be up above the clouds and hope that they'll take off, and then I can bounce them once they start climbing up again. And the AAA starts lining up on me, so I'm going to haul my butt around here a little bit and try to push away from the main base AAA, which brings me directly overhead their forward airfield AAA, so, well, whatever. The BTD is just about ready to start taking off. So it actually was a good thing that he turned on the order, because I could see the BTD starting his takeoff roll, and decided, well, if he's going to take off, I'm going to go after him, I guess. Except he wasn't taking off, he was actually already airborne, and was climbing away to the rear of their airfield to get some altitude and get away from the battle, instead of just going straight up at us, which is pretty reasonable and pretty smart. Except I've got a pretty good dive going, and I'm pretty confident the angle I'm taking here will keep me mostly safely away from their airfield AAA. It's pretty close, but I'm willing to risk it because I don't really want this battle to go forever. So the G55 can certainly pick up speed in a dive, no problem. I'm at 0 throttle and my plane is moving. So I'm going to keep a bit of speed here and kind of vary my altitude and such, and speed slightly to kind of hopefully survive the AAA a bit. And I don't want to start in over towards the BTD until the last possible second, because it's going to take me closer to their airfield. And I don't want him to turn around and get heading back to their airfield, which will lead me directly into their airfield if he turns back to it. So I know roughly where he is, even though he had disappeared due to view, and then I'm able to come in, and again, I'm looking for that low-profile belly-up attack on him. which he does see me coming because I'm sure he saw me coming early enough as it is. And for some reason, he turns in towards me rather than turning away. If he'd have turned away, he probably would have driven me right into their airfield. Dumps his bomb to get a bit of maneuverability back. I got a pretty good hit into his left wing. And then rolling back down in behind him. I've got all the energy advantage here, and all the altitude left to play with. Now he is making a dash for his base AAA, and at this point I decide to commit right to it. Plus I can see the P-51 behind him, so what the heck, why not? Get some pretty good hits on him, knock his tail out for kill number 3, and hopefully the P-51 will come head on right at me. Which he didn't do, but he turned around tight enough that he slowed down right in front of me. And watch how close this ends up being. Watch how close at the end battle results. Watch how the span of time between me getting the kill on the P-51 and the AAA killing me. Pretty hilarious. But there we have it. I managed to get in there and get 2 kills at the beginning and then 2 kills at the end on 2 guys at their airfield, so not too bad at all. With a 75% silver line booster, that's pretty good. I still need to get a bunch more money for the M60A2, but this went a pretty good way towards the cash deficit that I had. And as you'll see right here, even a small booster is good with a premium plane and a premium account. And even so, another 14,000 research battle for my Italian planes. So there we have it, 160,482 lions, which got me quite a bit closer to the M60A2. And there we have it, 4 kills, 1 death at the very end, and look at that, 1637 I got the kill, and 1638 the AAA shot me down. I was 1 second faster than the AAA killing me. I thought that was pretty funny. And just to prove that this was the very next battle again, there you go, right after the 2 battles from the video from yesterday. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun making it and flying it, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for stopping by and checking this one out. Have a great day.